And we are back. Roll up, everybody. Gather, come and join. One man went to Mo. Yes, we are back. A little bit later than advertised, but here, nevertheless. Our African time via the United Kingdom. One man went to Mo. Come, let's do that thing that we do round about this time. I am here. Situate yourself with me so that, I'm not here talking to myself. Where are you guys? I am in situation. We are about to commence discussions around Nigerian related matters. So, all Nigerians and lovers of that place just gather and let's see what we're making of the talking points. One man went to Mo, the eagle has landed.
Only water, only water, where they see my water. Water, 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 water. Only water, where they see my Hapa o naido. Hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Chief Wáìlà tí kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mùdé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mú dòdò jàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ pàdé o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Olúyẹ̀lá ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petrosonana ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petro Sodunke ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dilé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run méjìkọ. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mùdé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mú dòdò jàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ pàdé o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Olúyẹ̀lá ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petrosonana ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petro Sodunke ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dilé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run méjìkọ. Ikú kò ní rí wà gbéṣe o.
And there you are. Iku Koniriwa Agbeche, the powerful care guides, potent prayers by the palm wine drinkers. So, Iku Koniriwa Agbeche, as guys, I bring you this. United Kingdom travel ban on Nigeria is science-based, not discriminatory. A British envoy clapping back at Mohamed, who of course immediately pulled out the race card and was brandishing it all over the international space, accusing the United Kingdom of being discriminatory, especially towards Black Africans. The United Kingdom's envoy to the Nigerian space claps back. United Kingdom travel ban on Nigeria is science-based, not discriminatory, a headline attributed to the British envoy. So quite what she has to say, we'll find out in the soonest possible time. Don't visit Southeast until NNAMDI Kanu is released. IPOB warns Buhari overplanned trip to Ebonyi. So there you are, a categorical ban now from the southeastern parts of Nigeria is what has been imposed by the Easterners on their Aboki from Daura for reasons of keeping their number one son chained to a radiator in cell block H, DSS headquarters. Don't visit Southeast until Nnamdi Kanu is released. IPOB warns Buhari over planned trip to Ebonyi State. So, quite what that mean, what that warning is and what it means, we'll find out in the soonest of. This we will find out in the soonest of as well. BISI AKANDE type of person I can go into the jungle with. It is a Buhari eulogizing about the senior Yoruba man. So quite what's led to this, we'll find out. A rare applause to the south by the Aboki from Daura. But what underpins this, I will shortly find out. BC Akonde type of person I can go into the jungle with. A headline attributed to the Aboki from Daura, Buhari. So we find out rather all about that as well. So now to the human interest stories that we try to infuse once in a while in these sessions. So this one now, a curious one. Nigerians react as bride refuses to kiss her groom during their wedding. So quite what that means, we'll find out because of course the highlights of any wedding ceremony is those infamous or even famous six word sentence. You may now kiss the bride. So you may now kiss the bride, but then of course that stops short if she refuses to kiss you back. Nigerian reacts as bride refuses to kiss groom during their wedding. So quite what's led to that, we'll find out in the shortest possible time. So plenty to go through. So kick back, lean back, take it easy, and spend however long this session lasts in the company of your one and only that bald-headed or you're a laughing man that talks on the internet. So let's talk jibba jabba together for however long the session lasts. So, and if you want to interact with the session, by the way, just click on the hyperlink and come join in. So before we do anything though, we'll come in now via what is the traditional quarters, the eastern quarters, and another Python dance.
Ipob, Omeri Onendizu, Oniroya, Abakare, Mama Daora, Ulabori Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Ulabori Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Na Python that's three. Unapori Meri Nandi bu onyedu Ipob. O Meri Onendizu Oniroya. Abakare Mama Daora. Unapori Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's three. Unapoli Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's three. Unapoli Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's three. Unapoli Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's three. Unapoli Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's three. Unapoli Meri Nandi.
And there you are, you heard it here for the first time. Nnamdi win a war, Python dancey, Nnamdi win a war, Python dancey. So Nnamdi has won the war. As guys, I bring you this. United Kingdom travel ban on Nigeria is science-based, not discriminatory. British envoy claps back at the Minister of Information. The United Kingdom High Commissioner to Nigeria, CATRIONA Liang or Lang, has defended the travel ban on Nigeria following the detection of the C19 Omicron variant, insisting that the move was based on science and not discriminatory. I think I can say comfortably it is not discriminatory. When the United Kingdom was the epicenter of the Alpha variant, we took some very tough measures ourselves to essentially cut ourselves off, and we banned all but essential travel from the United Kingdom. So that was a very tough decision for us. The envoy told Channels Television in an interview. The United Kingdom has been red listed in earlier stages of this variant. I think the United Kingdom has been red listed in earlier stages of these variants. I think when the Delta variant took off, we were red listed by Austria and by France and Turkey. We have not just red listed in the first African countries. So Pakistan was red listed, Turkey was red listed by the United Kingdom when we had a previous red list. So it is based on an individual deep diving assessment of each country. According to her, the British government is aware of the reactions and condemnations from across the world following the move, but maintained that the development will not push them to reverse the ban. The reaction has been loud and clear, but I don't want to suggest to anybody that it will change the basis of the decision, because the health basis has to be the basis on which the decision has to be made, she added. So there you have it. Liang's remark, coming barely a week since the United Kingdom slammed the ban on Nigeria, contrasted with the federal government and National Assembly's position on the matter. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohamed had, in the wake of the ban, described it as discriminatory, calling on the United Kingdom government to rescind the decision. The minister, who listed efforts by the Nigerian government to curb the spread of the disease, including mass vaccination, made the remarks after his health counterpart, Dr. Osage Ihaneri, faulted the move. Ihaneri told Channels Television's Sunday Politics that the United Kingdom's decision was hasty, explaining that little is known about the new C19 variant. We were not very happy when 6 countries in sub-Saharan Africa were placed on a red list, and the WHO also advised against putting each other on the red list, he said. From what we know about the C19, there are many ways to manage it, and besides, not much is still known about the Omicron variant. We know, for example, that there have been no fatalities. There have also been no reports of very severe illness. Actually, the rationale for being so hasty in putting countries on the red list is not something that is very helpful. So the science doesn't seem to back up what Katrina Liang is trying to whitewash, essentially, on the channel's television. Pardon the pun. The whitewash was not in reference to the color of her skin, just a figure of speech. Don't visit Southeast until NNAMDI Kanu, or perhaps that was a Freudian something, that perhaps that was Freudian. But let me leave that space and move on. Don't visit Southeast until NNAMDI Kanu is released. IPOB wants Buhari over planned trip to Ebonyi. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, says President Mohamed Buhari is secretly planning to visit Ebonyi State. The group, however, said that Buhari would meet a hostile welcome if he visited the state, whether openly or secretly. According to IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu must regain his freedom before the president could visit any state in the southeast. IPOB stated this in a statement by the group's spokesman, Ima Powerful, which was made available to correspondents on Thursday. It said, the attention of the global movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has been drawn to the planned secret visit of Buhari to Ebonyi State. The secret visit, according to IPOB intelligence, is being facilitated by some All Progressive Congress politicians in the state. IPOB would not accept any visit, both secret or open, by Buhari to Biafra land, whilst our leader is still in DSS cell. Our leader has to be released unconditionally before Buhari should contemplate any visit to Biafra land. Biafrans will lock down everywhere any day he ventures to visit Biafra land until he releases our leader. He will meet empty streets in Ebonyi and any part of Biafra he chooses to visit without releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans must be prepared to lock down our territory any day he comes here in our region. Buhari has shown that he doesn't like us. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, cannot be in detention, and we are welcoming Buhari to our region. Biafrans will sit at home any day he decides to come and mock us. He will know that the few politicians telling him lies about us don't have control over the people. Should he decide to proceed with the planned visit, Ebonyi will be on lockdown. So there you are. Buhari allegedly, apparently planning a secret visit to Ebonyi State, and Biafra, the IPOB, whatever they are saying, they're prepared. BISI AKANDE, type of person I can go into the jungle with. Aboki from Daura eulogizing about the Yoruba man. President Mohamed Buhari has described BISI AKANDE, a former interim chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC party, as a perfect public officer and the type of person he can go into the jungle with. Femi Adesina, the president's spokesperson, in a statement, quoted Mr. Buhari as stating this at the public presentation of my participation, the autobiography of Mr. Akande in Lagos on Thursday. Mr. Buhari said the author had retained his inflexible integrity in and out of public office, never accepting or offering bribes. The president, who heaped praises on the former governor of Osun, further described Mr. Akande as a decent, truthful, and friendly person, as well as an administrator of the First Order, whose leadership qualities made him the unanimous choice as the first chairman of the APC. Mr. Buhari used the occasion to narrate his first meeting with Mr. Akande, his passion for Nigeria, achievements and disappointments as governor of Osun State, as well as his many battles to wrest power from the then ruling People's Democratic Party (PDP). My first personal contact with Chief Akande was, if I recall correctly, in 2006 when preliminary consultations were coming to fruition for a grand coalition to unseat the PDP government. Those efforts eventually came to nothing. Neither he nor I, nor many of our friends and associates, gave up. As Chief Akande's words, the country was going down and down under PDP. He said, he also narrated how Mr. Akande had risen to prominence from his participation in the Constituent Assembly established by the military government of Olusegun Obasanjo. He was always in the thick of things through the difficulties and political discontinuity of the 1980s and 1990s. He emerged as governor of Osun State in 1999 when the military handed over power to civilians. Chief Akande had a horrendous baptism as governor of Osun State with discord from his own party, his state assembly, including an attempt to impeach him without any reason whatsoever from trade unions and from his own deputy. On top of that, He inherited a deeply indebted treasury, huge arrears of salaries, allowances, and pension, enough challenges to overwhelm many aspiring leaders. BC Akande stood four square and faced all the challenges head on and overcame most of them. His first action was to stop payment of critical allowances and euphemism for government money customarily shared by big boys in Osun State. This set the tone of his administration, the president said. When recounting the achievement of the former governor, Mr. Buhari noted that it was on record that within 1 year, Mr. Akonde had paid off all the salaries and arrears, showing his mettle as a competent and serious administrator. By 2003, Chief Akonde had virtually sanitized governance in Osun State, having cleared some of the troublemakers from his government, and although reluctant to serve a second term, he was persuaded to run again, he said. Reflecting on the political history of the author, particularly his bid to seek a second term as governor of Osun State, President Buhari declared, "It is common knowledge that Akande was the victim, along with other AD governors, of a diabolical double cross which ended his gubernatorial career. Only the steadfast Asiwaju Tinubu escaped the electoral massacre masterminded by President Obasanjo. Desperately disappointed though he was, and being a good Muslim, he accepted this setback as part of the trials of life. He looked to the future of service. He looked to the future of service to the country." Reminiscing on APC's ascent to governance at the federal level in 2015, President Buhari said, Chief Akonde was in the thick of further attempts in 2011 and 14 to fuse together different groups and dislodge PDP from governance. The key to his thinking, which coincided with mine, is that Nigeria can only be successfully managed by alliances between major groups. Although we failed in 2011, but by persistence and knowledge that PDP was driving the country towards disaster, several major parties were able to finally coalesce into APC in 2014. Chief Akonde was unanimously chosen as the first chairman of this great coalition. Throughout the difficult negotiations, I found Akonde truthful, steadfast, and always with an eye to the ultimate goal. In or out of office, he has retained his inflexible integrity. On on page 400 of his book, he wrote, I never gave to or demanded bribe from anyone all my life. A perfect gentleman, a perfect public officer." Quoting a famous Hausa saying, "A labarin zakiya a tambayi fuska," loosely translated, if you want to know what it is in a man's heart, watch his face. President Buhari affirms that Mr. Akonde has a permanent smile on his face, saying, "He is the type I will go into the jungle with." On the book, President Buhari recommended it to students of Nigerian politics and the general public alike. This book is a historical document. Students will find this an invaluable source of Nigeria's politics, notably between 1999 and 2020, he said. So there you have it. Aboki from Daura eulogizing about BC Akande. Still with BC Akande, how Obasanjo was trusted by Bola Ige at his own peril. This is BC Akande now. So let's just capture this. I didn't give this out as a headline previously. Chief BC Akande, a former interim chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, presented in his autobiography, let me take that all over again just because it is badly written, not because I am reading it badly. Chief BISI AKANDE, a former interim national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, presented his autobiography, My Participation, to the public yesterday, 9th of December, to the public at Eco Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. While one-time President Olusegun Obasanjo came under the swagger cane of President Mohamed Buhari at the occasion for the way he bamboozled Alliance for Democracy governors in the Southwest in 2003, Akande also came out smoking in his book. He said anyone who trusts Obasanjo does so at his own peril, and that Chief Bola Ige was a victim. According to Akande, we were like sheep without a shepherd. The AD had lost its lodestar for guidance, and we were left in the open sea like a floundering sheep. Soon the sharks were circling. The man who came hunting for us was President Olusegun Obasanjo, Ige's friend for many years, who became our relentless foe. He and Ige met in the late 1960s when both of them served in the government of the then Colonel Adeyinka Adebayo, the second military ruler of the Old West. Since then, Obasanjo had dogged Ige's path like an evil spirit. During his reign as military head of state, Ige gave him a wide berth, yet Obasanjo would not disappear from Ige's path. In 1982, it was Obasanjo's unsolicited intervention into the crisis in the Oyo State UPN that led to the Night of Long Knives in Yola, which almost cost Ige his job as the governor of Old Oyo State. His final dalliance with Ige eventually cost Ige his life. When Obasanjo made up his mind to contest for the presidency, he rushed to Ige's residence in Ibadan to seek his support. Ige declined, promising him, however, that they would meet on the field of electoral combat on opposing sides. Ige knew Obasanjo's deep-seated hatred for their leader, Obafemi Awolowo, a public confession to which he devoted his book, Not My Will. What Ige did not reckon with was the unrelenting hostility of some members of the Afenifere leadership to his aspiration to become the presidential flag bearer of our party, the AD, and its alliance partner, the APP. Obasanjo won and yet would not leave Ige alone. Obasanjo visited Ige 3 times in his Bodija home, Ibadan, after he emerged as president-elect, pressuring him to come and take up ministerial appointment. Ige finally agreed to serve when he was given the go-ahead by our movement, Afenifere, and our party, the AD. It was late before he realized it was a kiss of death. All this made me wary of Obasanjo's relentless dalliance. I knew him to be a faithless suitor and an unblinking philanderer on the political field. You trust him at your own peril. So a categorical and no holds bar. It's not sending Christmas cards to Obasanjo anytime soon. It's just what we can conclude from that. That's not a total and a categorical put down. So let's land now on this human interest story, and then we'll come in to see if there's anybody in the room that wants to take it on. But let's go to this first. Nigerians react as bride refuses to kiss groom during their wedding. So you may kiss the bride, but then of course she doesn't want to kiss you back. A video showed the moment a Nigerian bride refused to accept a kiss offering from her groom during their wedding has surfaced on social media. In the video, that has become a growing sensation. The young bride was seen frowning while the groom tried to place a kiss. Uh, it is alleged that the young bride was forced into the union, hence her show of rejection during her white wedding to the groom, who looked displeased after she turned down his kiss offer. The video got social media reeling with reactions as many social media users expressed worry over the young bride. So I'm trying to see if I can, if I'm able to uh, get a copy of the clip to show you, but it's not giving me any hyperlink to click on. Just give me one moment. I'll try and see if I can. It's just a 10-second sort of clip, but pardon me, but seeing it visually, I'm sure enhances the narrative. Let's just see if I'm able to. I might not be able to, but it's just but the narrative itself tells its own story. But yeah, hold on. No, I don't think I will be able to play the clip. But just give me one quick second. I would love to be able to play you that clip. It's not anything of anything. It only goes to visually represent what I've just read out. Let's just see. Just one quick second. I'm scrolling through the Instagram feed of the outlet that brought the story to see if they've put the clip up somewhere. The clip is attached to the article, but it doesn't give me a hyperlink to try and copy it so I can present it to you. Let's just have a look. Let's just see. No, it's not happening. It's the short answer to that. Okay, so that's that. But let me just give you then the. Let me just read out. Let me just read out people's comments on that, and then we'll shut it down because it doesn't look as though there's anybody there to take things on. So this is what our people's reactions are. Sneaker Hop Niger says, she clearly isn't happy. It's not even funny. So that's what one person says. Another person, only God knows what she's going through. Maybe she was given away against her will. Sad. I feel sorry for her. Another person, forced marriage, or another person, was she forced to wear the gown? Blink twice if you need blink twice if you need help. And then this marriage no go last. Another person. What is the woman beside them saying? It no concern you, ma. So that must be from the clip. Then let me just say, I'm so keen to, but it's not going to. If you see it graphically, you will see that it is, it's quite a thing. It's Let me see if it will actually let me. No, it won't. It's not going to let me. Is it? Let's see. Oh, hold on. I think I might be able to get it for you. Okay. Okay, I think I think I've gotten it for you. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out as I try to upload it. But if you see it visually, then you will see just what went down and why people were so concerned. So this is it. So there you are, a bride on her wedding day looking like she's in some torture chamber. So there it is. So we round off the session there because there's no one around to take on the talking point. So we leave it there. Carry conversation in the comment section, but here, say peace.